Good morning, welcome to the channel. Let's go for a ride.
Today is Friday the 31st of January and we're going to be heading over to a little beach that I know. But first we've got to cut through the morning traffic here in Phuket. It's a little after 8:30 in the morning, so enjoy the ride.
So we've just arrived at what I was expecting to be Sane Beach, but I haven't been here for quite some time, 2 years, maybe a bit longer, and there has been some changes here. So just at the end of this road there is a hotel, but as you can see there is some significant building work going on. And Sane Beach was just here, which was a great little beach. If you have a look at a few of my videos that I've covered in the past, 2 years back, I will try to link them on the video or put them in the description down below. It was a great little beach to go and visit if you was a little bit tired of Nha Ham. Of course we've just gone past Nha Ham Beach, looking very busy this morning, and that is a great beach, but sometimes you want something a little bit different, and Sane Beach was just the ticket. Well, a lot of people used to call it Jungle Beach, but according to Google Maps it's called Sane Beach, or it was, because I had a look this morning, it's still listed, but as you can see now, this is progress. Building, in fact, that's also been built since the last time I came here. That looks like somebody's home, residence, it's not a hotel. And this is progress here in Phuket, and you can see yourself. I don't know what they're building here, it could be villas, it could be a resort, I don't know, but the beach is gone, that's for sure. It was just down there, and you used to get to it a little ways down there, but there is no access now, it's all building, which is a real shame. Of course it was a great little beach for snorkeling because it had got a good rocky area where obviously the marine life congregates, and you could go and snorkel there, and it offered a little bit better snorkeling than what Nha Ham does, because of course the main section of Nha Ham is of course sand, and there isn't much rocks there, only at either end, so you have to go to the ends of the beach. But you can see there that was Sane Beach, the rocks, and it was a great little spot. I really used to like the beach there. Not as fine a sand as Nha Ham. Now there are people walking down here, so can you still get to it? I'm wondering. And amongst, you can see yourself the building, maybe you can, maybe I can see actually people on the beach, so that's good. The beach is still here, however you're going to be surrounded by all this building, and I'm guessing in about 12 months time it's going to be difficult to access this beach. The problem that you have is if you have to go over somebody's land, which obviously this is going to be classed as somebody else's land now because they're building here, they may say you're not allowed to cross our land to access the beach. So unless you've got a boat, a jet ski, whatever it may be, you're not going to be able to go across that land to access that beach. And that way they then start to say, just got to watch my step here because this is a little bit slippy. They normally say it's a private beach, and private beaches do not exist in Thailand. And if you don't believe me, just Google it and you'll see yourself. The law states that all beaches are publicly owned. But as I say, we have this issue with land, and clearly this here behind me is going to be owned by somebody, and I'm sure they're going to start and put gates up saying, you know, this is private property, you can't come on here, and then just the people that are staying at whatever they're building here are going to have access to this beach. And that's a real shame, because this is a really nice little beach. It's not big, and the sand quality isn't as good as Nha Ham. The sand at Nha Ham is really fine, whereas this is a little bit more gravelly, and I'll show you what I mean in a minute. But it's a great little spot if you want to get away from Nha Ham beach. It's a lesser known beach, so it doesn't quite get as busy. You can see what I mean by the sand quality. You can see it's a little bit more gravelly, which I've shown in the past before, and that's not quite as pure sand. But if you're looking to do a little bit of snorkeling, maybe you've got a family, you've got kids, and you want to do a little bit of snorkeling, well, this is perfect because of the rocks, and it encourages the marine life. In fact, you can see somebody over there snorkeling. They may be private residents, I don't know, they may be accommodation. Obviously, if they're private residents, they're probably going to say, when you buy these residents, you've got access to a private beach, and that just makes the residents more expensive to buy, more lucrative for the builders, even though technically they're breaking the law because they can't say it's a private beach because it's not allowed. But it'll help with the sale of the properties. Now, there may be accommodation, as I say, it may be rooms to rent. I don't know what they're building here, but if they are homes, then I'm guessing the builders may try and restrict the access to the beach because it's a plus for the homes. Who doesn't want to buy a house with beach access that only the people that have bought the properties have access to? Because obviously you're not going to be allowed to walk across other people's land. So we'll see. I'll have to definitely make an effort to come back down here in the next 12 months and see what's happened. But you can see the building that's going on. That's really surprised me. But a great little spot to get away from Nha Ham. So I should hurry up and visit the beach, because you may not be able to do it in the future. Who knows? Looks like a lot of building all round here. Wow, this is progress, eh? I do believe there should be more restrictions in place with the building, because Phuket is being developed really uncontrollably. There doesn't seem to be any controls over the building here whatsoever, and in some cases they are encroaching on land that they shouldn't be. We've seen this several times over the last couple of years. In fact, Big Buddha is still closed due to encroachment laws. They've been encroaching on land that wasn't originally allocated for that site, and because of the landslide that took place last year, there's a big investigation going on, and Big Buddha itself is still closed at the moment, and no information on when it may reopen, if it's going to reopen. Nobody really knows, because it depends on the outcome of the investigation that's ongoing. And this is where I believe there should be some building regulations, building controls on companies, because it's just getting too much here. It's a real shame. That's Shamui Beach, and then you've got the Cape of Pomtem, and just round this rock here you've got Nha Ham Beach. A lot less people on this beach. I'm guessing the development puts people off. When I originally rode past, I thought the beach had gone, to be honest, because all I could see was the construction, so I couldn't see a way down. But luckily I did park up to investigate, and I'm going to be covering a few more of these lesser known beaches here in Phuket. There's a few that you may not know about. There's another one in this area, believe it or not right here, a little bit further round towards Rawai, and we're going to take a look at that, and then a few around the west coast of Phuket that you might not know about, that you might want to visit. Some nice little spots, obviously not developed as much, not commercialized as much, but always a great option to get away from the crowds.